now. So I am going to just go ahead and get started. Again, I apologize for the late start. I do want to welcome you all to our meeting this morning and thanking you for taking time out of your busy day. Today, we'll be taking a closer look at one of our value-added benefits, in-home support. Or companion care, which is a benefit offered by our vendor, Papa Pals. So we're excited to talk about that because this is a new benefit for us for 2023. And just to share a little bit about myself, my name is Elisa Kim. I'm a representative of Western Health Advantage Medicare sales team. I'll be here helping to sift through any questions you may have. Speaking of questions, I did want to let everyone know that we have muted all of our participants to avoid any delays or distractions. We have utilized the chat function or the Q&A function here on Zoom. So we do encourage you to ask any questions that you have. We will address them. So go ahead, move your mouse around. Find that chat function or the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen there. And then, if you want to test it out, you can just type in a quick hello, just to make sure that it's working for you. Just a reminder, no other participants will be able to see your chat questions. So don't be shy. Feel free to ask anything that you have a question about. So just as a quick recap, I just thought I'd introduce who Western Health Advantage is. For those of you that are new to Western Health Advantage, just a little bit of background on our company. We have been caring for our communities for over 25 years. We've built solid relationships with our provider partners, and we stand by our belief that patients come before profits. And 90% of the premiums that we receive actually goes back to the provider to support your care. As a member of Western Health Advantage, you have a choice in how you receive your care. We give you options from multiple medical groups and doctors. WHA manages the plan details, and we let your doctors manage your care. So each of our medical groups has something unique to offer, and we all work together to ensure you're receiving quality care. So that's just a quick recap of WHA, but just to get to the real reason why we're here, to find out more detail about our new value-added benefit for 2023, in-home support offered through Papa Pals. Today, we have the privilege of welcoming Sarah Stevenson to our presentation. She's the Vice President of Client Success, so we're so happy to have her join us today and speak to you directly about this amazing new benefit. She'll walk you through the benefit details, what you're entitled to, and how you can access it. So thank you very much, Sarah, for joining us. I will turn it over to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So thank you for that introduction. So as mentioned, my name is Sarah Stevenson. I'm Vice President of Client Success here at Papa. And during our time together today, I am going to walk you through, and you can go to the next slide, please. I'm going to walk you through an overview of Papa. And then I'm also going to talk a little bit more about Papa and our services, as well as our PALs. Help you understand how the benefit works. And then, as mentioned, if there's any questions along the way, and at the end, we'll have time to answer those questions. So feel free to post any questions that you may have, and we'll be happy to answer those. So at Papa, we are on a mission to create a new kind of care that's built on human connection. And it's to fulfill our vision of a world, where no one has to go at it alone. So we do have a short video we wanted to play just to show you Pal and her Gosh, I can't talk already, you guys. I want you to meet Emily and her Papa Pal Russell. And you will see in this video our founder and CEO, Andrew Parker, as well as the interaction between Emily and her pal, and just gives you a little, it's a great story and gives you a visual of what Papa Pals can help with. So I think if you can play the video, that would be amazing. I did hear the audio earlier, so I think it's going to work.
My grandfather was an amazing person. As my grandfather started aging, he started to need help. He didn't need traditional home care, he really needed me, but I wasn't always available. So I thought it would be interesting to pair him with a pal. So Papa is a platform that connects older adults and families to what we call pals. They are providing companionship, assistance, transportation, house help. They'll take you to the doctor, they'll help you around the house, they'll show you to use technology, but most importantly, they're there to be your pal.
Hi.
Good morning, Emily. It's Russell, your Papa Pal.
Oh, hi, Russell. How are you today?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, thank you.
All right. I'll be there soon.
All right, thank you.
I feel like I had a pretty full life. I had some back problems from lifting, and then I had a car accident. So then as it was getting more difficult, the insurance company, they introduced me to Papa. And once Russell came, he made me feel very safe, and we really hit it off all right.
Hello.
Hi, Russell.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. A visit is about the health of the individual, emotional, mental, and physical.
He cares about my health, and he does it with joy.
You're still taking all your vitamins and all that stuff, right?
Yes, I am remembering to take my vitamins because I write notes down now. He will also make sure that I'm secure here. Like, he looked one day and he said, "Why don't you have a shower bar? You have to have a shower bar."
Anyone could fall. So with what she has in the bathroom, I think it would be important to install grab bars before you get in there. I had noticed that possibly Emily was lonely. So I said, why don't we get a cat?
I don't like cats, so he suggested to get some fish.
We got up immediately, ran out and got in the car and drove to the pet store.
So now, every morning, I have someone to say good morning to. I have someone to make sure they eat their lunch. It's been fun. I find it difficult to be alone, and that's where Russell has come in.
Since I've been visiting with Emily, I've seen her health improve drastically.
Loneliness is absolutely a health issue and has dramatic health effects, such that we should consider it a public health problem. For many people, it may be that having an extra person to serve as a companion during days can be really helpful.
I do think it's very important that everyone has a pal.
Emily and I became close friends very quickly because she trusts me.
Russell respects who you are, whatever that may be. It's a very caring friendship.
For me to offer a friendship to somebody else is a very good privilege.
Whether it's to cry on, to laugh with, to talk with, to eat with, you just need a friend.
I started Papa to fill a personal need, but today, Papa helps people from all walks and stages of life feel a little less alone. Working with health plans and employers to advance health equity and promote well-being. And so we have a vision of a world where no one has to go it alone.
Thank you. So hopefully you enjoyed that video and heard a little bit more from our founder and CEO, Andrew Parker, as well as really connected with the visits between Emily and her Papa Pal Russell, and everything that he is able to help her with, has helped get her a fish. So whatever your needs may be, Papa Pals are there to be a trusted companion. Next slide, please. So I want to tell you a little bit more about who Papa is, right? So Papa is a social care and support company. I've already mentioned our mission and our vision, but we were founded in 2017 by our founder and CEO that you just saw in the video, Andrew Parker, when his family needed assistance for his own Papa. So he actually at the time found a pal via Facebook for his Papa, and the pal visited with his grandfather until unfortunately he passed away, but would help him make a sandwich, go on a walk. He really wasn't at the point of his life where he needed clinical care, but needed more of a companion. And he realized that if his Papa needed a Papa Pal, that there were many other folks, families, everyone needed a Papa Pal. So that's where Papa was founded and how we started. We do, as mentioned already in the video that you saw, we partner with health plans like Western Health Advantage to bring Papa to you through your benefits and no cost to you. And we are made up essentially of a network of what we call Papa Pals. And Papa Pals are a curated and flexible workforce of companions who are ready to help out and hang out with you when you may need it. Next slide, please. I want to tell you a little bit more about who our Papa Pals are. Our Papa Pals aren't just anyone. We do have an extensive background and application process. So for someone to become a Papa Pal, they essentially go through an application process. Once they apply to be a Papa Pal, then they go through a vetted and curated process that includes a background check, an identity check. If they are going to provide transportation, they do have to provide a motor vehicle check and proof of insurance, and that they have a valid driver's license. So once they become a PAL, they make it through all the background checks and they become a PAL, then they do also receive some orientation and education on what it's like to be a PAL, how to help you around your home and the services that Papa does provide. And then we also your safety of both of you and of our pals is of utmost importance. So we have everything in place that we need to ensure everyone is protected, and your safety is at the forefront, and that you are safe when you are visiting with a pal. Next slide, please. And just wanted to note to you that Papa Pals is not just in one locality. We are essentially across the entire United States, including Puerto Rico. We've completed over 2 million hours of visits and 5+ million miles of transportation, which is amazing in the time that Papa has been around. And so I wanted to point out that while Papa can help you where you live and you reside, if you maybe go to visit a family member or a friend, grandchild, significant other for a little bit in another locality or another state, we do have the ability to also provide you Papa Pals while you are in that other locality, as long as we have a Papa Pal available in that location that can help you. So just wanted to point out that while we can help you and visit you where you reside, also if you needed a pal while you maybe go somewhere else for a little bit or visit others, that is also available to you as well across the United States and in Puerto Rico. Next slide, please. Next, I wanted to go through how a Papa Pal can help you. So there are different types of services that Papa Pals can help with. As I mentioned earlier, Papa Pals is really intended to be companion care and help around the home that is not clinical in nature. So Papa Pals cannot lift, bathe, help move you or in any way touch you, that type of thing. But we do help with anything outside of that care. So we can help, obviously at the crux of what we do is, and you saw in the video, is to be a trusted companion. So that can take on many forms. And these are just some examples. This is not encompassing of everything, but helps you understand some of the categories of things that we can help you with. So for companionship, that could look like going on a walk together, maybe playing a game, just having a conversation, having conversations about your family and friends and just learning more about each other. Are some examples of companionship. can help with house tasks. So light house tasks. So can help maybe wipe down counters, can help maybe cook a meal with you, can maybe help you organize a closet, or if you have trouble doing your laundry, can help you with that. And then also can help with light gardening. Transportation, we can help with transportation as well. That could be transportation to a medical appointment or to a doctor's visit, but also can include things like running errands, helping getting you to a community center or a place of worship if you need assistance with transportation getting to those places. So those are some examples of how we can provide transportation. Grocery shopping is something else. In addition to running errands, we can help you with your grocery shopping. So a Papa Pal can go with you to do your grocery shopping. A Papa Pal could pick up an order that you've already placed and just need somebody to pick up. So those are the types of things that we can help with on that top line that you see. And then moving to the second row of how Papa Pals can help on this slide, we can help with health reminders. So while the Papa Pals are not clinicians, maybe you need some assistance remembering an appointment, or need help calling the doctor, or need assistance making an appointment. Those are all things that a Papa Pal can help you with. We can help with pets around the house. So such as taking a pet for a walk, to play fetch, or to fill their water or food. We can also exercise with you. Papa Pals can exercise with you. That could also be many different forms, but could be attending a class with you, maybe just going on a hike or a walk. And then lastly, tech help is another big category that we can assist with, or Pals can assist with. So you might need some help learning how to FaceTime, or to video chat, or to get connected with telehealth, or a virtual visit with a doctor. Those are all things that a Pal could help you set up your computer and your systems and teach you, and to ensure that you can do those things that you would like to from a technology standpoint. It is important to note that Pals can do a lot, but they cannot help with tasks that you would pay a professional to do. So they're not a deep cleaning service. A Pal's not going to come in and scrub your bathroom or your walls. We're not going to, be able to use power equipment in your yard or your lawn, like to mow your grass or cut, down bushes or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Papa Pals are definitely around to help, can do a lot, but do not replace professional services that you need. They're not professional types of services in that way. Okay, next slide, please. Now I want to go through a little bit of how the Papa benefit works. So first of all, if you're eligible for Papa, you enroll in Papa and you schedule visits. So Papa may outreach to you and call you for enrollment, but you can also call us at any time to enroll using the Western Health Advantage dedicated toll-free number, which is 855-481-8351. I have it on the slide, but just wanted to make sure that I read it out in case you want to write it down. It's an important number to note. And during that time, when you call us or we call you to enroll in Papa, we will ask you a few questions just to understand your needs and to help schedule your visits with your Pal. That helps us understand what you need the Pal to do when they get there, and help us help you in that way. And then it's important to note that we do need 72 hours in advance notice to be able to schedule a visit. That's to ensure that we have enough time to have a Pal accept and do your visit for you. And it takes us a little time. It gives us enough time to ensure that we have a Pal that can come do that visit for you. Once you schedule your visits, Papa's going to confirm your visit. So visit confirmations will be sent to you via text if you give us permission to text you, which will happen in the enrollment process. But if you don't want us to text you or don't give us permission to, we can absolutely reach out to you still by telephone. And we will also call you the day before the visit to confirm the visit. Or the Papa Pal, I apologize. The Papa Pal, in addition, will outreach to you about 24 hours in advance to confirm the visit, introduce themselves, and to let you know that they're still planning to be there. On the day of the visit, your Papa Pal will arrive. They will, talk to you, have a conversation. Again, probably understand what you would like to do during that visit, but they do have that information provided to them. But might have a conversation with you and then really just help you with the services that you requested, whether that be companionship, house tasks, transportation, all of the things that we've walked through already today. Then once you have your visit, there will be some follow-up. So once your visit's complete, our team will follow up to ask you a few more questions, gather feedback, make sure everything went okay, as well as if you have a need and want to schedule more visits, we will work on doing that at that time. And then I've highlighted that you can call Papa at any time, the phone number again, and you can call that phone number. We're open Monday through Sunday, so every day of the week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Your local time. And that is all that I have to cover today, unless there's any questions. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share with you more about the Papa benefit and how Papa Pals can help you, and hope you are interested in enrolling if you have not already.
Thank you so much, Sarah. That was really great. I know that we're really excited. This is, like I mentioned earlier, this is a new benefit that we're able to offer to our Medicare Advantage members for 2023. So I'm excited to hear feedback from our members about how they're using it and how they're enjoying it. I am gonna remind you again that feel free to type in any questions you may have. You know, we'll keep our chat function going so you have that opportunity to ask those questions.
I did forget, sorry not to interrupt you, but I did forget one important thing that I kind of skipped over in the how it works. On the last slide, I did want to make sure to point out that depending on what plan you're enrolled in, whether it's the MyCare or the MyCare Compass plan, you can receive up to 60 hours of Papa services per year as part of your benefit. And if you're enrolled in the MyCare Plus plan, you can receive up to 90 hours of Papa services annually. So that's very important. Apologize that I skipped over that. I just wanted to be sure to point that out.
Oh, no, thank you. Thanks for that. Good reminder. I actually remember a question I received from a prospective member in some in-person meetings we had when we were talking about this benefit. And the question asked was, what if you go through either the 60 or the 90 hours you're allotted? Are you able to access or purchase more at their own cost?
So that's a great question. And I'm going to have to review that and get back with you for Western Health Advantage specifically.
Okay.
We do have that ability, but it is dependent by plan. So I want to just make sure that that is set up for these members. So apologize, I don't have that right off the cuff, but I will follow up with you on that and get you that information.
Thank you. And then just something else that came to mind is, I know from the video, they had the same PAL come in. So is that typically the expectation where you have the same PAL if they're available, or if that's their preference?
Yeah, not necessarily will you always have the same PAL. So how it would work is, yes, you schedule your visits. If you have a visit with a PAL that you really like, then you can request that PAL be your preferred PAL. So we, in your profile, essentially, we will note that your preferred PAL is Russell. And then when you schedule a visit, Russell has the first, pick at picking up that visit. So it is, if you do have a preferred PAL, it is recommended that you work with that PAL on their schedule. Definitely have to schedule the visits through Papa, but can work with them to ensure, based on their schedule and your schedule, that you all find a time that works best for you. If for some reason that PAL is not available, then another PAL will complete that visit. So you can request a preferred PAL and have the same PAL every visit, but you also can, if you don't have that preference, you may get different PALs that come each time as well.
Great. Thanks for that answer. And then I do see a question we have in our chat. So just to confirm, you don't need a referral or a recommendation by your doctor to access this benefit. Is that correct?
Correct, you do not. If you are on the MyCare or MyCare Compass plan or the MyCare Plus plan and are a Western Health Advantage member, you are eligible for PAPA. There's no additional qualifications or referrals.
Perfect. Thank you. And then I like how you mentioned earlier how you can access this benefit wherever you are, as long as you have a Papa Pal. So, you know, if available and where you're potentially traveling to or visiting. So I didn't know that, you know, even if you know that you're going on a vacation somewhere, you can schedule that. I think you said 72 hours in advance.
Yeah, for those types of things, I would recommend to call a little bit more ahead of time, just because if it is somewhere where we need to work to get a PAL, we have enough time to do so, but at least 72 hours in advance, yes.
Perfect. Well, that's great. So I don't see any other questions come through.
Okay.
But I just wanted to highlight for our members on the line that we do have this website, mywa.org/mycarebenefits. So when you go here, it just gives a quick overview of all the other value-added benefits we have available to you as members on our plans. And it's got links to websites, direct contact numbers. So this is a good website to keep handy and to bookmark potentially, so you can have that quick access for these benefits. Also, if you found our webinars helpful, we do have a few more coming up. Like today, we'll take at least one to two of these details and review them in specifically, so we can do a more detailed look and answer any specific questions around these benefits. So our next one is actually 1 week from today, where we'll be talking about our over-the-counter program offered through First Line Essentials. And from what you can see on the screen here, this gives you all the remaining webinars we have coming up to do this deep dive on these benefits for our plans. So take a note of that. You will need to register so you can get the link, and this is the URL where you can go to register for these events. So mywa.org/mycareevents. And lastly, if you have any additional questions that maybe you think of after you end today's meeting, or you have just questions about your plan in general, this is the phone number for our member services team. So you can reach out to them 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. We'd be happy to go over any questions that you have about your coverage. And, you know, if you need any of those contact numbers, we can give those out to you as well. So thank you again for joining us today. Thank you, Sarah, for that presentation. And I guess we're ending it early today. Thank you all for your time. I hope you have a really great rest of your day.